Braden, it's the middle of April. Why are you making this video right now? Because it's my channel and I can. I do what I want here. No, but really, it's shaping out to be a pretty fun year for movies, and there's a lot coming down the pipeline, so I thought I might as well rank my top 10 most anticipated movies of what's left of 2024. And I'm actually going to have 11 entries here, so I'll throw an honorable mention out, and that's mostly because one of my entries on this list, I don't know if it's going to make 2024 or not. You can crucify me if you'd like, but my honorable mention is Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now, this franchise made the same mistake as the Batman anthology did back in the 90s. Why was the third one Bad Boys for Life and not this one? It would have made so much sense for the fourth one to be called Bad Boys for Life. But other than that, the trailer for this movie looks fun. I really like Bad Boys for Life, so I'm sure I'll like this one and have fun with it. So yeah, that's my honorable mention. I'm looking forward to it. Kicking off the top 10 is the soonest to be released on this list, Boy Kills World. This is produced by Sam Raimi, starring Bill Skarsgård, so those are two reasons to get me excited for this movie. To begin with, it's like Deaf John Wick meets Batman. This dude's trained after his family is murdered to get vengeance on those that murdered his family. I mean, I don't know, it just seems like a pretty sick concept, and I'm sure the stuff we're going to see in his head is going to be visually interesting. Bill Skarsgård isn't a lot slated for this year, but this is actually my only entry starring him that's on this list. You're not going to be seeing the new Crow movie or Nosferatu, which is Robert Eggers' new movie that's slated for Christmas Day at the end of this year. Neither of those are going to make an appearance on this list, but I am still looking forward to both. Especially Nosferatu, because that cast is just stacked and it's Robert Eggers, but I haven't actually seen anything of the movie yet, so I can't get too excited for it because I'm not a huge vampire guy to begin with. But enough of Nosferatu, a movie that's not even on the list. Moving on to number 9. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Am I a hypocrite for having this at number 9 after everything I just said about Nosferatu? I absolutely am, but here's the difference. I'm not a big vampire guy. I love the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. It was epic. It was awesome. It's one of the best trilogies that's ever been made. I waited way too long to watch it, and I'm not going to make that mistake with this one. It is an animated film, but it's still going to be Lord of the Rings. It's still based on stuff that Tolkien wrote, so I'm pretty excited. Mad Max is a franchise I'm not a huge fan of, but I really did enjoy Fury Road, so I'm excited for Furiosa for that reason, but also Anya Taylor-Joy is one of my favorite actresses working today. She's putting in phenomenal work. She was great in The Menu. She's been great in pretty much everything I've seen her in. She was great in The Witch, and she was like 15 when she shot that movie. So her being the lead character definitely helps with my interest in this movie. And also, this being a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road actually also helps because there are characters in that movie that die that are interesting to me and I'd like to see more of, and that seems to be what I'm getting in this movie, so I have a sneaky suspicion that this movie is going to be pretty awesome. The Fall Guys coming out very soon at the beginning of May. It just looks like my kind of action comedy. It looks funny, it looks entertaining. The action, I believe, is going to be incredible. It's directed by David Leitch, who has been putting in incredible work. Of course, getting a start with the John Wick movies, directing Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, and most recently before this, Bullet Train. I enjoy all those movies. And this just feels like a movie that Hollywood needs. The main character is a stuntman, and stunt performers in Hollywood are one of the positions that kind of lack the respect they deserve. Of course, they don't even have an Oscar category, and it's about high time they get one. I'm hoping this movie will push that forward, and stunt workers will start getting more respect overall and more notice, more recognition for all the work that they put in. At number 6 is Joker Folie à Deux, and I'm sure this is a movie I'm going to talk at nauseum about before the release of the film on the channel. I've already given quite a spill on it in my most recent video where I ranked the upcoming DC projects by excitement. Go check that out if you haven't, so I'll keep this pretty brief. That trailer got me very excited. The teaser trailer for this movie was absolutely incredible. It was beautifully made. And that's why it's this high up on the list. And it's just Joker. It's my favorite villain, even if it's not the rendition I'm used to seeing in the comics. It's a different version. I'll always take more Joker, one way or the other. And Joaquin Phoenix is my favorite actor. I'm very excited for this movie. kicking off the top five is actually the only horror film on this list, which kind of surprises me because I love horror. But I'm saying right now, if Maxine pulls this off and Maxine is good and is a success, it might become regarded as the best horror trilogy of all time. I love X. I love Pearl. They are great horror movies. And the trailer for Maxine looks so damn good. As Mia Goth says at the end of the trailer, this is directed towards you, Mia. You're a fucking movie star. Mia Goth, her star is on the rise, and she so deserves it, man. She's been putting in the work. She's great in X, she's great in Pearl. I'm sure she's going to be great in this. And seeing Kevin Bacon's in this is also pretty cool.
You're a fucking movie star.
Number 4 is Sonic 3. This is the one that I'm not sure will make 2024 or not because right now it's slated for December 20th, which is the same date as the Mufasa movie. I'm not sure if they're going to keep that release date or push it to maybe February or March of 2025. Nonetheless, I'm very excited for this movie. I want to see more Knuckles. I'm ready for the Knuckles show this month in literally 10 days, which is insane to me that we're getting a Knuckles show, but I absolutely love that. I love the content, the Sonic content that Paramount is pushing out right now. Shadow. Getting Shadow is amazing. It was announced that Keanu Reeves will be voicing Shadow. That's a great choice. And I mean, I just love Sonic 2, so I am very, very excited for this. Really, the only way you could have made me more excited for a Sonic movie after Sonic 2 was Shadow, and that's exactly what we're getting. At number 3 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This is the Apes movie that is following up what I consider to be the best trilogy of all time. The best trilogy I have personally seen because that last Apes trilogy is so, so good. It is extremely consistent. Do I think this can follow it up? I do. Do I think it will be as good or better? I'm not sure, but I'm not going to be disappointed if it's not because it's got a very high bar to try to reach, but I'm just so happy that Disney is continuing this franchise, that they didn't just forget about all the Fox projects that they acquired. I am very excited for this movie, and I'm just hoping it's nearly as good as any of the last three Apes movies we got were. Runner up on my list is Deadpool and Wolverine. Basically, the entire MCU hinges on this movie. It has all the makings to be a huge success and make all the money. It's the only Marvel movie coming out this year. It's the only comic book movie coming out this summer. And Marvel is finally bringing the X-Men in for a full project. Deadpool and Wolverine are the perfect characters. They're finally giving us characters we want to see in a film and not these characters that no one really cares about. I'm sorry. I'm curious to see how they bring Hugh Jackman's Wolverine back. Is he going to be a variant of some sort? Just curious to see what they do with the whole Fox timeline and how much Deadpool actually explains, because Deadpool is kind of the perfect character to do a soft little reboot if you wanted to. And to completely change course if that's what you wanted to do. I'm just really hoping for a lot more X-Men in the MCU after this movie. I'm hoping it makes a lot of money. I'm very, very excited to see Deadpool in the theaters again.
I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
And at number 1 is, of course, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. That teaser was phenomenal. It was so good. And it made me even more excited for this movie than I already was. This was probably always going to be my most anticipated of this year because Tim Burton is the guy that got me into movies. He is the reason I'm a movie fan. Michael Keaton, William Dafoe are two of my favorite actors that have ever graced the screen. Jenna Ortega might be my favorite actress working today. She is absolutely incredible and she's already a star, and I love that she is in this movie. I hope that this is the hit, the success that Burton so desperately needs that he hasn't had in almost 20 years now. It has all the makings to be, and just from that teaser, from what we've seen of this movie, it looks so gorgeous. It looks just like the 1988 Beetlejuice. It feels like Burton just pulled out that set from 1988 and threw it in 2024. Like, okay, let's do Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Here we go. I'm immensely excited for this movie. It's my favorite director directing some of my favorite actors performing today. What is there not to be excited about? It's a sequel to a movie I already adore, and I'm kind of hoping there's a third one because it just makes too much sense. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice being the title of this movie is also ingenious. But that was my list. Let me know yours down in the comments below. Do you agree with mine? Do you not? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.
The juice is loose.